Namaste everyone. Let us start the class with a short prayer of Gita Dhyanam. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Atah Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavatam Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Puranamunina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniim Bhagavatim Ashtadashaധ്യായിനീം अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्ख्यपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः. Okay, in the last class we have started with the first chapter and we have seen first 9 shlokas. So today we will see from 10th shloka till 20th shloka of the first chapter. So I'm starting with the 10th shloka. अपर्याप्तं तदस्माकं बलं भीष्माभिरक्षितं पर्याप्तं त्विदमेतेषां बलं भीमाभिरक्षितम्. Here Duryodhana is, these are the Duryodhana's words. What Duryodhana is saying? He is saying like Bhishma is well known for his he is a major warrior in our Kauravas army. He is leading our Kauravas army, who is a major warrior, and he is our strength. So our strength is limitless because our army is protected by, very well protected by Bhishma. He is our strength. Our strength is limitless. But Pandava's army is protected by Bhima. Though Pandava's army is protected by Bhima, compared to our army, Pandava's army is limited. Because Bhishma is a major warrior, he is on our side. So he is protecting us. So we will definitely win the battle. So with that confidence levels, Duryodhana is saying like our strength is limitless compared to the Pandava's army. That is what it means. Now I am moving to the next shloka. अयनेषु सर्वेषु यथा भागमवस्थिताः भीष्ममेवाभिरक्षन्तु भवन्तः सर्व एव हि. Here Duryodhana is still telling, he is still continuing his words to his army. He is saying like in the war formation, in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, there will be a proper arrangement of the army. So Pandavas need to stand in one side, and in the opposite side Kauravas need to stand. Kauravas army need to stand, and there will be a nodal points of the battlefield. In that nodal points, who has to stand in which position, their respective leads, Kauravas lead will tell them who has to stand where, and Pandavas army lead, who is leading, that person will tell who has to stand where. So there will be a nodal points in the war formation. Here Duryodhana is telling this to Kauravas. So in all the nodal points of this war arrangement, we have placed all of you. So who has to be in which position? So may you all protect Bhishma, because Bhishma is our major warrior. He is protecting us. He is protecting all of us. He is our limitless strength. So if we protect Bhishma, Bhishma will definitely protect all of us. We will definitely win the battle. I have such confidence on him. So may you all protect Bhishma. from your respective nodal points, wherever you standing. So may you all protect Bhishma. That's what he is saying here. I'll move to the next shloka. तस्य सञ्जनयन् हर्षं कुरुवृद्धः पितामहः सिंहनादं विनद्योच्चैः शङ्खं दद्मौ प्रतापवान्. So Duryodhana, whatever he said to his army, so everything is done. So while starting the first chapter, I told you one thing that Dhritarashtra asked Sanjaya what was actually happening in the battlefield. What actually happened in the battlefield? Then Sanjaya replied him, right, what was actually happening in the battlefield. So all these things Sanjaya only replying to Dhritarashtra. So what Duryodhana said, where this happen, where what Dronacharya is doing, everything, whatever is happening, all the happenings of the from the first chapter starting. So Sanjaya was explaining everything to Dhritarashtra. So now Sanjaya is explaining these words. What he is saying, Bhishma is the grandfather of Kuru's family, and he is well known for he is a great warrior. He is well known for his valor. In the sense, he is a great warrior who is from the grandfather of Kauravas. So, after Duryodhana said all these words to his army, Kauravas army, everyone started believing their conches. How they blew like a very loudly, like a lion's roar. How the lion's roar will be such a loud, with that such a loud noise. They blew their conches in order to make Duryodhana happy. I'll repeat it once again. So Sanjaya was explaining this to Dhritarashtra, what was actually happened after Duryodhana's words to their army, his army. So Bhishma is grandfather of Kauravas, and he is well known for his valor. So after Duryodhana's words to his army, everyone started believing their conches. Everyone has their own conches. Everyone started believing them very loudly, like a lion's roar, in order to make Duryodhana happy. That's what it means here. We'll move to the next shloka. ततः शङ्कस्य बेर्यच्च प्रणवानकगोमुखाः सहसैवाभ्यहन्त्यन्त सशब्दस्तुमुलोऽभवत्. I'll repeat it once again. ततः शङ्कस्य बेर्यश्च प्रणवानकगोमुखाः सहसैवाभ्यहन्यन्त सशब्दस्तुमुलोऽभवत्. Here Sanjaya is still, Sanjaya is explaining to Dhritarashtra what happened next. He was saying like, then suddenly after they blew their conches like a lion's roar, very loudly after blowing their conches, then suddenly all the kettle drums, trumpets and cow horns, everything started blowing, and the sound was indeed like a earth shaking. They made such a big noise that their conches, everyone started blowing their conches. After that, all the kettle drums, trumpets, cow horns, everything started blowing. So everyone started blowing their instruments, and the sound was such a big that it was like earth was shaking. So such a big noise they were making with their respective instruments. That's what it means. We'll move to the next shloka. ततः श्वेतैर्हैयुक्ते महती स्यन्दने स्थितौ माधवः पाण्डवश्चैव दिव्यौ शङ्कौ प्रदद्मतुः. I'll read it once again. ततः श्वेतैर्हैर्युक्ते महती स्यन्दने स्थितौ माधवः पाण्डवश्चैव दिव्यौ शङ्कौ प्रदद्मतुः. Now Sanjay is still explaining this to Dhritarashtra, what actually happened after that. So after that, what happened was Krishna and Arjuna, in the sense he is explaining about the Pandavas. Krishna and Arjuna, who were seated in their chariots. The chariot is drawn by the white horses. So Arjuna's chariot, Krishna was riding that chariot, right? So that chariot has five white horses. So there is a specialty of that chariot. The chariot, Indra gave it to Arjuna. That is very beautiful chariot, and it has five white horses in it. So Sanjay is saying this to Dhritarashtra, that Krishna and Arjuna, who is seated in a great chariot which is drawn by five white horses, which is given by Indra to Arjuna. From that beautiful chariot, so Krishna and Arjuna blew their divine conches. So Krishna and Arjuna also blew their divine conches by seating in their own chariot, which is drawn by five white horses. That's what Sanjay is saying this to Dhritarashtra. Now we'll move to the next shloka. पाञ्चजन्यं हृषीकेशः देवदत्तं धनञ्जयः पौण्ड्रं दद्मौ महाशङ्कं भीमकर्मा वृकोदरः. And now what happened next, that Sanjaya is still explaining to Dhritarashtra. So he was saying like, first Bhima blew his huge conch. So in Pandava's army, Bhima blew his huge conch, who is a man with a terrible axe and stomach like a wolf. He is telling about Bhima. Here he describing Bhima. So Sanjay is saying like, Bhima started blowing his huge conch. Who is a man of a terrible axe and who has a stomach like a wolf. So he described about Bhima here. So when Bhima started blowing his huge conch, then everyone started blowing their own conches. So he is telling about the Pandavas army. So first Bhima started blowing his huge conch. After that, everyone started blowing their own conches. So Krishna blew his conch. That name is Panchajanya. So Krishna's conch name is Panchajanya. Arjuna's conch name is Devadatta. These are the names of their conches. So I'll repeat this explanation once again. Sanjaya is telling this to Dhritarashtra, what was happened after that. He was saying like, first Bhima blew his huge conch. Who is Bhima? He is describing Bhima, that a man of terrible axe and who has a stomach like a wolf. That Bhima blew his huge conch. After that, everyone of Pandava's army, everyone started blowing their conches. So Krishna blew his conch. That name is Panchajanya. Krishna's conch name is Panchajanya, and Arjuna's conch name is Devadatta. So Krishna and Arjuna also blew their conches. That's what it means. We'll move to the next sloka. Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putrau Yudhishthiraha Nakulah Sahadevasya Yugoshamani Pushpakau. Sorry, there is a small mistake in this chanting. I'll repeat it once again. Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putro Yudhishthiraha Nakulah Sahadevasya Sughoshamani Pushpakau. Okay, now we'll see the explanation. Sanjaya is still explaining this to Dhritarashtra, what was happened after that. He is saying like King Yudhishthira and son of Kunti blew their own conches, and Nakula blew his conch and Sahadeva also blew his conch respectively. He is explaining like first Yudhishthira blew and then son of Kunti blew his Ananta Vijaya. That name is Ananta Vijaya. That conch name, it is a conch name. And after that Nakula blew his Sughosha and Sahadeva blew his Manipushpaka. So all these people blew their own conches. That's what it means. And we'll move to the next shloka. Here one more thing I need to say. The name of Yudhishthira's conch is Ananta Vijaya. Ananta Vijaya means which will give an endless victory. So he is describing the name also, that King Yudhishthira, who is the son of Kunti, blew his conch, which is Ananta Vijaya, and Nakula's conch, which is Sughosha, and Sahadeva's conch, which is Manipushpaka. The names also he is describing to Dhritarashtra. I'm moving to the next sloka. Now I'll read 2 shlokas at one go because there is a continuation. I should not break here. So 17 and 18 both I'm reading at one go. काश्यस्य परमेश्वासः शिखण्डी च महारथः दृष्टद्युम्नो विराटस्य सात्यकीश्च पराजितः द्रुपदो द्रौपदेयश्च सर्वस्य पृथिवीपते सौभद्रस्य महाबाहुः शङ्खं दद्मौ पृथक् पृथक्. Here Sanjaya is still explaining what was happened in the battlefield after that. So the Dhritarashtra, he is saying like, O ruler of the earth. Ruler of the earth means Dhritarashtra. He was saying like, O ruler of the earth, the king of Kasi, who is an expert archer, and Shikhandi, who is a great valor, and Drishtadyumna and Virata, and unsurpassed Satyaki, and King Drupada, the sons of Draupadi, and the mighty armed son of Subhadra. All of them started blowing their own conches. So he's telling who has blew the conches. Everyone names also he was explaining. Sanjaya was explaining to Dhritarashtra, and he names of their conches also he explained, and in a sequence he explained. So after that, who blew the conches, everything he was explaining clearly, because he has seen everything what was actually happened in the battlefield with his Divya Chakshu. So with in the sense Divya Drishti. With that knowledge, he is saying everything to Dhritarashtra. So in this shloka, what he was saying is, O ruler of the earth, the king of Kasi, who is an expert archer, and the Shikandi, who is a great valor, and Drishtadyumna, and Virata, and the unsurpassed Satyaki, and King Drupada, and the sons of Draupadi, and mighty armed son of Subhadra, who is Abhimanyu. So all of them started believing their own conches. So he explained everyone's name, that all of these people blew their own conches. I'll move to the next shloka. सघोषोदात्तराष्ट्राणां हृदयानि व्यदारयत् नभश्य पृथिवीं चैव तुमुलो व्यनुनादयन्. So Sanjaya is still explaining to Dhritarashtra after that what happened. So he's saying like that a terrible sound. So in the sense, terrible sound means the sound which was originated from the conches. Everyone started believing, right? First Kauravas blew their own conches. After that Pandavas, Krishna, Arjuna, and everyone in Pandavas army blew their own conches. So after that terrible sound, it's like reverberating throughout the earth and sky, pierced the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. So after Pandavas blew their own conches, the entire Pandavas army, all these people blew their own conches. That terrible sound, it's like a reverberating throughout the earth and sky, and it pierced the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra, means Kauravas. So that sound pierced the hearts of Kauravas. That's what it means. We'll see the next shloka. This is last shloka of this class. अतः व्यवस्थितान् दृष्ट्वा धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजः प्रवृत्ते शस्त्रसम्पाते धनुरुद्यम्न पाण्डवः ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम् इदमाह महीपते. Here there is a continuation of 21st shloka. The first line of 21st shloka is added here because there is a continuation, we should not break. So that one line we brought it here in this shloka. Please make a note of that. Now we'll see the explanation. So here Sanjaya was still explaining his words to Dhritarashtra, what happened next. So he is saying like, then when the battle was ready to begin, O ruler of the earth, means he is it is the just like we will call, how we call, he was calling Dhritarashtra means O ruler of the earth. He called him like this. Then when the battle was ready to begin, O ruler of the earth, and he is explaining here. By seeing the sons of Dhritarashtra who assembled in the battlefield, Arjuna, who had a Hanuman on his flag, he lifted his bow and thus these words to Krishna. I'll explain it once again. Sanjaya was explaining this to Dhritarashtra. So here what was happening in the battlefield. After that terrible sound, what happened was, these are Sanjaya's words. When the battle was ready to begin, O ruler of the earth, what happened was, by seeing the sons of Dhritarashtra, in the sense Kauravas, by seeing Kauravas who has assembled in the battlefield. Arjuna, who had a Hanuman in his flag, he lifted his Gandiva and said these words to Krishna. So here Gandiva means it is a bow arrow of Arjuna. This Gandivam is that name. I think everyone knows this, so I'm just repeating this. Sanjay is explaining that when the war was ready to begin, Arjuna lifted his bow, who had a Hanuman in his flag. There is a Hanuman face on his flag. Arjuna has that flag. That flag contains Hanumanji. So Sanjay is explaining that, O ruler of the earth, when the battle was ready to begin, Kauravas, who assembled in the battlefield, and Arjuna, who had a Hanuman on his flag, he lifted his Gandivam and said these words to Krishna. That is what it says. So, what he was actually saying this to Krishna, that we'll see in the next class. So, I think it is clear. So, we'll stop the class with the closing prayer. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you all for joining. We'll meet you in the next class.